You're behind on your mortgage. You're getting letters, calls, maybe even a notice taped to your door. And now feels like foreclosure is just inevitable. But here's the truth no one tells you. You could stop foreclosure without wrecking your credit, without draining your savings, and without being taken advantage of. You've got options, real ones. The problem is most people don't find out about them until it's too late. So in this video, I'm breaking it all down, step by step. Exactly what foreclosure means, how it affects your credit, and what you could do right now to avoid it and protect your future. So let's get into it. Hi, I'm Justin, mortgage pro, real estate investor, and I've been doing this a very long time. So here's exactly what you need to know. Okay, so first things first, if you're behind on your payments, you're not alone. Millions of people fall behind on their mortgages every year. Job loss, divorce, medical bills, inflation, it doesn't matter why. What matters is what happens next. Because when you miss a few payments, you don't just owe what you missed, you start racking up late fees, interest, and collection activity. And if the lender doesn't get paid, they'll eventually start the foreclosure process. Now here's the thing, foreclosure isn't just losing your house. It's a legal process where the bank takes your property and reports that default on your credit for 7 years. Not 7 months, 7 years. That foreclosure mark tanks your credit, makes it harder to rent, harder to buy another home, and yeah, it could even affect job applications. But here's where things shift. Just because they filed foreclosure paperwork doesn't mean it's over. It's just the beginning of the legal timeline, and that timeline gives you options. Now, the mistake I see most people make is waiting too long. They ignore the letters, they avoid the phone calls, and by the time they ask for help, it's auction week. But the sooner you act, the more power you have. And no, I'm not talking about just filing bankruptcy and hoping for the best. I'm talking about 6 real strategies people are using right now to stop foreclosure. Some can even improve your credit over time. So let me walk you through them. Option 1 is a forbearance or loan reinstatement. If you're only a couple months behind and your income is back on track, and that's the key, you need to be able to document that you're earning income again. And sometimes you could just reinstate the loan. That means paying what you owe in a lump sum and then continuing as normal. But here's the thing, not everyone has 10 grand lying around to catch up the loan. So if reinstating isn't realistic, you move to option 2, which is a loan modification. Now this one's huge. A loan mod is when your lender agrees to restructure your loan. They might move the missed payments to the back of the loan, extend your term, or even lower your interest rate to make it affordable again. It's like hitting the reset button on your mortgage, but you have to qualify. So you definitely need to show your income is back on track for this option as well, because lenders don't make it an easy process regardless. And if you don't show you have steady income, then it's a definite no. Option 3, could sell before the auction, but now listen, if you've got equity or even just a little breathing room, selling your home before it hits the auction can be a lifesaver. Why? Because it stops the foreclosure, it protects your credit, and gives you control over the sale. But here's the kicker. This can easily take a few months if you list your home and try to sell it the traditional way. You have financing contingencies, inspections, appraisal. If the buyer backs out or the property won't qualify, well, then you got to start that whole process all over and then kiss another 30 to 60 days goodbye. So it can be risky gambling that it sells before the foreclosure date if you go the traditional route. And then agents might tell you to clean it up, fix it, stage it, and all that's not realistic when you're already behind on payments and stressed out of your mind. That's where cash buyers could come in. Companies like ours that buy properties as is, fast, and with no fees. You pick the closing date, we even help you move. It's just meant to give you a fair option if you decide selling is the right move for you. Option 4, a short sale. This is if you're upside down on equity. Let's say your house is worth less than what you owe, that's when a short sale comes in. It's when the bank agrees to let you sell it for less than what's owed and forgive the difference. Yes, it could hurt your credit, but nowhere near as bad as a foreclosure. And in some cases, banks even offer relocation cash. You got option 5, which is a deed in lieu of foreclosure. This one's the last resort. You basically give the house back to the bank voluntarily. In exchange, they stop the foreclosure process. It still hits your credit, but not as hard. And again, sometimes they'll pay for your move. Option 6, sell to an investor who knows creative finance. This is where things get interesting. If you've got a low interest mortgage, that loan can actually be valuable. There are buyers like us who could take over the payments, help you walk away with cash for your equity, and stop the foreclosure completely. It's called creative financing or sub 2 financing, and we've helped dozens of homeowners save their credit this way. A few months ago, I got a call from a woman named Carla. She was 4 months behind, a single mom, the house needed work, and every agent she talked to said, sorry, we can't help you until you catch up. And everybody she talked to at the bank said basically, sorry, we can't help you until you catch up the mortgage. She felt stuck until we stepped in. We made her a cash offer, closed in 10 days, helped her move into her rental with $180,000 in her pocket. And most importantly, no foreclosure on her credit, just a clean break and a second chance. And that's why I'm making this video, because too many people think foreclosure is the end when it doesn't have to be. So if you're behind on your payments, you've got options. You can modify the loan, reinstate it, or sell before it hits auction. Even if you're underwater, there are ways out to protect your credit. And if none of that works, then let's talk creative finance. Bottom line, you don't have to let a foreclosure destroy your future and eat up all your equity. So if this hits home and you want to talk through your options, no pressure, no sales pitch, just honest advice. Click the link in the description and book a free 5-minute call with me or someone on my team. We'll look at your situation, walk through the numbers, and we'll show you exactly what's possible. And if we can't help, we'll point you to someone who can. Either way, you'll walk away with answers. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might be going through the same thing. You never know who needs it.